Hello and welcome to Totally Doctor Who. Now, if you're not feeling totally Doctor Who right now, I can guarantee that by the end of today's show, you will be, because we've got many a great thing to share with you. We've got great guests, sneaky peek behind the scenes, competitions, and our very own time-transporting fireplace. Not very warm, though.
Liz, I'm stuck.
Hello, what stuff?
Hello, I'm stuck behind the fireplace. I need your help to get back through.
Have you tried crawling on your hands and knees?
Yeah, it doesn't work. You know what does work, though? Have a look at what's still to come on today's show. Not one, not two, but three totally terrific Doctor Who guests. Catch up with young Renette, Rosie's mum Jackie, and makeup supremo Sheila a bit later.
How fab would it be to blast a load of baddies with an ice gun? Find out when we go backstage with our mate Noel Clark.
Who's out and who's in? No, not the England football squad, but our very own Doctor Who Companion Academy. Not to be missed. Now, if you just can't wait for all that excitement, it's time to move the show on now with our first guest. She's the head of makeup on Doctor Who, Sheila Wells. Welcome to Totally, Sheila.
Thank you very much.
Sheila, good to see you. Tell us a bit about your job.
Well, I can do so many different things that it's very difficult to say I do one thing in one day. I do so many things in a day. And when it comes down to it, the only limitation, my imagination and what the script and the wonderful writers give me.
Which we can now give you a quick taster of. This is Sheila's imagination running wild.
Human. She's pure blood human. But I do not fear you even now. You are merely the nightmare of my childhood.
Well, that would be rather dramatic. Possibly my finest hour, and certainly my finest hat.
Wow, some great stuff. I love Chip. He's a real work of art, isn't he?
Oh, he was great to do because we did that with an airbrush. After creating the white skin that he had, we airbrushed a henna-coloured stencil over the top to create the patterns.
But it's not just makeup, is it? You also do hair.
Oh,
For
yes, of
example,
course.
wigs, like the clockwork droids, in that little clip. Were you responsible for anything to do with them, the special effects?
Oh, yes, we did a lot of special effects when they were frozen, and we did the ice and snow effects.
Ah, the ice gun.
Can you actually...
got one of those.
Yeah,
I want one of them.
Can you demo the ice? Show us how you actually did that on the...
Well, the ice gun was a prop, as you can imagine, because the Doctor used it. And then we went in. I've got the products here. I'll just show you very briefly how we did it. We started off with the clockwork droid's grey wig, and I could do this on his head in the studio if we needed to. And I put in a very, very thick hair gel. It's a special one. They're sort of professional products that we use for this.
Safe to use, not going to bring anybody out in a rash or anything.
Oh, no, this is safe. And then into the thick gel, I'd sprinkle some ice. Sprinkle quite a lot of it, and it sticks in the gel. So this starts working and making it look as though it's frozen. And then I use some ice over the top.
Brilliant.
And once that's sprinkled in, it really begins to sparkle under the lights.
Brilliant.
But the really clever trick is once all that is on, I spray it with ordinary water.
And it
sits there, and it expands. And in 5 minutes, that will look like a sheet of ice.
So what's been the most time-consuming makeup that you've had to do for Doctor Who that we've seen so far?
Oh, the first episode. I think the patients in the first episode were a hugely time-consuming job. And that was a combination of two teams, my makeup team and Neil Gorton's Millennium Effects team. Now, they do the special effects makeup. So they do the blisters and they do the colouring on the faces, and then we come behind them as the second part of the team, and we colour all the other parts of the body as well. And of course we greasy down their hair. As you say, we do hair as well.
Well, there is a lot of them, so we're going to have another demo in a minute, but first of all, let's have a little look at them. Now, it's no coincidence that we've got some makeup and some makeup-friendly people here now, because we are going to set you a challenge. You have to create some bruising and vein effect before the end of the show. Are you up for it? Yeah! Good stuff. Sheila, you up for it?
I am.
Well, this is what you're going to be using. Is there a way to use it? Is there a tip?
Oh, yes, we've got some special sponges and we've got some special colours.
OK, and you're going to be helping them apply that and showing them all those know-how tips.
Oh, yes, I am.
Now, we saw before Sheila was talking about the ice that was on the clockwork droid. What about the other side of it? The fun part of making that ice, of course, that was with the ice guns, which technically were just a fire hydrant on a spaceship. Well, here's Noel Clark to tell us a bit more about them.
In The Girl in the Fireplace, the Doctor battles with the clockwork droids.
You monsters.
And a new enemy means a new weapon to deal with them.
With the ice gun, which was quite an awkward thing, it had sort of an handle, one handle at the front and one at the back, so you could hold it like dual-handed.
Excellent ice gun. Fire extinguisher.
The special effects guys, they would sort of have a cold ice blowing machine that would have a tube coming out of it and leading all the way up to the back of the ice gun, which would be hidden away. So when David actually pushed the button, the metal pipe down the middle of the ice gun would actually shoot all this cold air from their proper contraption. So when he was actually doing it, it was actually working. And if you did touch it directly after that, it was freezing cold.
Although Mickey does get his hands on the gun, unfortunately for him, he doesn't get the chance to give it a blast.
I think Mickey would have loved to have got to fire the ice gun, but he never actually gets to. I think when he runs off and does his little commando roll and then sees the eye, I think he probably wants to use it, but seeing an eye on the end of a camera kind of freaks him out a little bit.
Are you looking at me?
I'm sure if he saw another eye, he would have done it.
Look at this.
We have a lot of fun on set. You know, how many shows do you get to play with alien stuff and push buttons and have sort of ice gunny things? And you know, I think whenever we get a chance where there's 5 minutes where we actually get to sit down, you know, if there's props around to play with, we'll play with them, you know.
Very handy things, those ice guns. Now, that episode was called The Girl in the Fireplace, and we may not be as high-tech as Doctor Who, but we do have our very own fireplace.
And by the magic of television, we also have our girl. Hello.
Jessica, welcome to the show. Sit yourself down. Glad you didn't bang your head. And we've got no real fire for you to walk through, so that's a bonus. That must have been
Was it a real fire?
Yes, it
Was
was. But sometimes we use light.
Oh, that's OK. It's all camera trickery. We like that. It's safer, isn't it? Now, you play the young Renette in the Doctor Who episode we're talking about. Should we see you in action?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have a look at this.
What are you doing in my fireplace?
No, it's just a routine fire check. Can you tell me what year it is?
Of course I can. 1727.
Right, lovely. One of my favourites. August is rubbish, though. Stay indoors.
I wonder what August 1727 was like. Now, Jessica, had you watched any of Doctor Who before?
Yes, I did watch all of the last series.
So how did you feel when you knew you were going to be in it?
Fantastic. I did actually jump around on the bed screaming when I heard I got the part.
So how did you get the role then? What happened?
They phoned me up for the audition and I went up and did the audition and read the script. And then I didn't think it went very well, but then a couple of weeks later they phoned me up and said I got it.
And is this your first acting job as well?
Well, first TV acting job, yeah.
Very impressive, isn't it?
Yeah, it's for an 11-year-old. It's brilliant.
What's it like acting alongside David Tennant?
Fantastic. You just didn't want to ruin what he can do because he's just an amazing actor. And you just see him and you think, wow. And it's just so cool to be acting alongside him.
And your mum thought so as well, didn't she?
Yeah.
Go on, tell us the story. It's a cracker. She met David Tennant for the first time and it turned out to be quite embarrassing, didn't it?
Yeah, because she sort of went, hello. And then she went in and I walked in with David Tennant and left her behind with the bags.
Quite right.
Now, for me, this episode has been so scary. I mean, those clockwork droids just petrify me, especially when they're under your bed. I mean, was it spooky working with them? What was it like meeting the man behind the mask?
It was quite scary because you knew it was just made up. But when you did actually feel, when you were talking the lines, you just felt really scared.
And what did he do when you first met him? Because you didn't know who was playing him, did you?
No, we were in a taxi when I met him, and he went, oh, so Jess, what are you playing then? I said, I'm playing young Renette. And he turned around and went, I'm the monster under your bed.
Oh. I got chills then. Did you get chills then?
I don't like it.
I'm not sure about that. Well, Jessica, thank you for coming in and talking to us about this part. And from one young hopeful here who's destined for stardom, we're now going to see some more hopefuls who are in the Companion Academy and they're getting used to some old technology.
Last time on Companion Academy, the cadets were asked to trust by walking over what they thought was a carpet of mousetraps. They didn't all take the steps. But the judges were pleased.
They've just all gone up so much in my estimation. Yeah.
And kept them all to face another task. So there are still 7 cadets in the academy, but the judges will reduce that number to 6 by the end of today's task. Cadets, The Doctor's world is one filled with gadgets and gizmos from the present, future and past. For this reason, you must be able to cope with any old technology. And today, it's the old technology the judges would like you to get to grips with.
It's a very different challenge.
Yes.
I think we may see a surprise person come forward this week.
Look carefully at this simple wooden model, cadets. The TARDIS moves up and down as it approaches the strange rotating planet Ping Pong. Using the pieces you have in front of you, you must assemble them to resemble the moving model.
If you were given those bits and pieces, how quickly could you do that?
I don't know, have you got a spare week?
Speed is of the essence in this task, so get started.
Look at Jamie's really
Jamie's
working away.
focus.
They are.
They're all concentrating
Yeah.
and they're not copying. They're not looking at each other.
Okay, Adam, you said he would be a strong candidate.
Yeah.
He knows what he's...
Oh, changed his mind there. Look.
Tell you something, Kyra was straight into that. It
She
wasn't
was.
a case of what am I doing, it was I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Chrissy is struggling at the first hurdle. Alex is concentrating hard. But with 30 seconds to go, Louise is in the lead.
I don't want to say anything here.
But there he goes again.
There he goes.
It's got stuck in there. Billy's nearly there. He's got his time.
10 seconds left.
Gemma really, really concentrating. I assume she can see it on the monitor.
She is concentrating.
Oh.
Cadets, this task was far too out of this world for some of you, but others coped well and found that old technology is not so alien. But only the judges can decide who will leave the academy.
If I were Doctor Who, I would want an assistant who would do any sort of challenge, physical or mental.
Absolutely.
Without questioning.
Yeah.
First time round, when we had to make a decision, it was pretty tough.
Yeah.
Not so tough, is it?
Well,
this time, I
I'm
think.
pretty sure who I
think I am
should go.
too.
Yeah, me too.
Cadets, based on your performance in all of the past tasks, the judges have decided that the next one of you to leave the Companion Academy will be Billy.
He's done very well, but sadly it's time to say goodbye.
Yeah, he's a lovely boy as well.
Yeah.
I think that test went really well, and I think the judges were a bit harsh on me, but you got to try.
I had a little feeling that I was going to be dismissed, but when I found out that it was Billy, I was a bit gobsmacked. All the pieces just wouldn't fit together, and I kept on making mistakes. I think I got the wrong pole to stand the planet on. But apart from that, I think it all went well.
I always look forward to Companion Academy, I love it.
It's getting really tense now, isn't it? Stay tuned for more of the same, that's next time.
Now, earlier on, we set Sheila Wells, makeup artist on Doctor Who, a challenge, along with her trusty volunteers, to create bruising without any physical contact. Sheila, how's it going?
It's going really well. We're getting on nicely. Ibrahim's doing a great job of that, and so is Francesca.
Yeah, looks a bit sore. How are you guys? All right?
Fine. Feels a bit sore.
Feels a bit so hard. You've got
Acting
along
as
there,
well.
Toby. Very nice. Part in Doctor Who, maybe, Sheila. We'll sort that out. Francesca, what are you doing with Toby's makeup there?
Just dabbing the makeup on really gently.
OK.
You've gone for reds and purples, sort of the fresh bruise, as opposed to the old yellowy one.
Will you be finished by the end of the show, do you think? Yeah? Sheila, you can speed him on as well,
I think
can't
we
you?
can. You can do this challenge.
Nice one. Make sure you're here in about 15 minutes' time to see how they get on.
I've got 3 questions for you. Do you like competitions? Are you totally Doctor Who? And will you be watching the next episode on Saturday? If the answer to all those was yes, then you do not want to miss this week's Totally Doctor Who competition. Sheila is very kindly modelling the prize. It is this complete makeup kit. Now, Sheila, would you do the honours of asking the question?
What costumes did the Doctor and Rose use as a disguise?
To help you out, the answer is hidden in this week's episode of Doctor Who, so make sure you're watching Saturday BBC One at 7 o'clock. Now, if you think you know the answer, you need to write to us at Totally Doctor Who, PO Box 5158, CF5 9BD, or you can email totallydoctorwho@bbc.co.uk. But you need to be quick. We need your answers in by Tuesday the 16th. I tell you what, we are so good to you on this show. Don't believe me? Have a look at this.
Well, we better put the kettle on because Rosie's mum, yes, Jackie Tyler, is coming to tea very soon. Better be on our best behaviour.
Did you know French Renaissance is very in this summer, darling? And I'll be leading the trend when I get to try on lots of gorgeous costumes, just like the girl in the fireplace.
And 2 more big-brain Doctor Who fans take the Hooroo Challenge. Should I be mum, then?
What with them hairy arms?
All right, my mum's got hairy arms.
Is she okay?
I'll pour you a cuppa.
Pour.
Actually, I think I should be mum, don't you?
Oh, hello. Wonder when you were going to get here.
Hello.
Camille Coduri, who's Rose Tyler's mum, of course, in Doctor Who. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks. How are you both?
Lovely to
Very
see
well, great
you.
to see you.
Good.
Thanks for coming into the Totally Doctor Who studio. How do you like your tea, love?
Baby tea, please. Nice and milky.
I'll tell you what, while I'm pouring one, let's have a look at you in action.
Jackie Tyler, do as I say. Go and check the doors.
Sir, I need you to shut up. Oh, he hasn't changed that much, has he? Stitch this, mate. Don't go, sweetheart. I'll see you later. Ta-ra!
I love Jackie. She's such a feisty mum. She's either screaming or shouting at the Doctor.
Yeah, she's very loud, isn't she, Jackie?
She's good. So what do you think of the Doctor Who series? Do you sit down and watch it?
Oh, we watch it every week with the children and sometimes the neighbours. We love it.
It is really addictive, isn't it? Even for someone who's in it.
Yeah, completely. No, it's hooking. You're hooked, aren't you?
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
What's it like playing Rosie's mum? Because there's a little bit of you there as well, isn't there? When you give her a cuddle, you give her a proper cuddle, don't you?
I adore Billy so much, and I love playing Jackie because she's such an all sort of rounder, and she's quite loud and large and dramatic, and
appreciates a good cup of tea.
She does. Thank you. It's lovely.
Not at all.
Now, as Jackie, do you think she gets a bit fed up when they all go off and have adventures and she has to stay at home?
Yes, I think she gets very sad when she has to stay at home. She could follow Rose into the end of her life, I think, but she has to let go, of course.
We get so many questions in for you, Camille. We just don't have time to ask you all of them, but you are coming in again next week, so you might be able to send your questions in. If you want to, the address is totallydoctorwho@bbc.co.uk. Make sure you get them in. Plenty of gritty ones, please.
Absolutely. We love getting what you send in. Now, we've got a filing cabinet here, which is a bit like the TARDIS. You never know what you're going to find.
Right.
So should we go over and have a bit of a rummage?
Oh, yes, let's.
And here it is.
Wow.
Right, let's get it open. You'll see it just goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on.
Oh, yes. I'm having that out of there. Excuse me a second,
what he's
girls.
found. Boys
Talks
and their
amongst
toys.
yourselves. It's only an ice gun.
Freeze.
Oh, look, I think I can see a clockwork droid. I'll be back in a minute.
Honestly, let's have a look and see what people have been sending us.
Okay. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's so beautiful. It's made by Emily and Thomas Clark.
It's a proper Dalek, isn't
Proper.
it brilliant?
Very gorgeous.
I'll tell you what, I love this. It's by Joe Green, and he has done a baddie, and very appropriately, it's a clock called a Time Wizard, and it can change anything in history. But if the Doctor's in it at midnight, apparently he dies. Isn't that awful?
Oh,
It's very sad. We'll have another look. Oh, yeah, I can see. Here, you will get a mug. Basically, if you send us something, here it is, a totally Doctor Who mug. That's yours if we show it.
There you go, girls, all sorted, all frozen. There'll be no bother anymore. I've saved the day yet again.
Hooray!
Barney, where do they send their stuff to?
I can tell you, Totally Doctor Who, PO Box 5158, CF5 9BD. Or you can email us, totallydoctorwho@bbc.co.uk.
Now, going back to the last episode, weren't those 18th century costumes lovely?
Stunning.
We love wearing things like that, and I just couldn't resist. I had to go and try some on.
Yeah, and just in case you're wondering why I didn't film this, it's because I don't look very good in tights. Another one.
The costumes for Doctor Who can come from any period, the past, present or future. So when it came to dressing an entire ballroom of elegant ladies and gentlemen in full 18th century attire, the team came to this costume house in London to bring some of their ideas to life.
Liz Barker, please come to the fitting room.
Wow, this has got to be every girl's dream. Anna, these dresses are gorgeous. What have they been used for?
Well, these are all 18th century dresses that have been used for various productions, but they were used for Doctor Who episode 4, The Girl in the Fireplace, and basically reproduced a masked ball from 1858.
And one of the most spectacular dresses was worn by Madame de Pompadour, played by Sophia Miles. And I couldn't resist the chance to try it on.
Madame de Pompadour, you look younger every day.
So this is your corset.
This is not going to be comfortable.
This is a very pretty one.
Did Sophia wear this?
Yes, she did wear a corset just like this. I mean, she had worn 18th century clothing before, but I think it was a nice process of being able to dress up again.
And was she excited about being in Doctor Who?
Yeah, she really was excited about that. OK, and now I'm pulling you in tightly. Oh! This all comes around like this.
As I get ready to meet my Prince Charming, here's one smartly dressed fellow I would not like to cross.
This is actually the main clockwork droid. The idea was it's sort of a Georgian feel, but it's also alien. I was told that it would have a large head, so I needed to find something that I could hide the neck. So with this, we've got a very high collared shirt and a stock that actually wraps round and hides the wearer's throat. So once there's a mask on there, you can't actually see who's underneath.
One more part is required.
Well, you may need one more part, Clockwork Droid, but I still need a few more additions before I'm ready. I feel like dancing, but I need some shoes and maybe a bit of a wig. With over 5 miles of rail, there are thousands of costumes here from all kinds of blockbuster films and popular TV programmes, some of which you might just recognise. And back in the fitting room, I'm almost done. Just one thing to fit, the wig. Et voila, very ladylike.
How do I look? You look beautiful, very 18th century, and you're definitely ready for the ball.
Yeah, all I need now is a Prince Charming. Where's Barney when you need him, eh?
Now, here on Totally, we're always striving to find that extra special person who's a league above the rest. Well, one of the two people you're about to meet is going to be proved to be just that as we play a game called The Hooroo.
This is the competition that every Doctor Who fan wants to win. And one of them is here with us now in the Totally Doctor Who studio. It's Cody. Cody, I know you're a true Doctor Who fan because of your T-shirt. Let's see it and tell us about it.
Well, my mum got this for my birthday a year ago, but I don't know where she got it from. It's a really big surprise.
But it's actually
Lovely,
you
isn't it?
with the real TARDIS.
Yeah.
And what looks to be like a very small Slovene with a red jumper on. Who's that?
My brother.
Ah, bless him. He's playing the part well. Now, playing against you today, Cody, is Hamza. Hello, Hamza.
Hi.
Tell me something about you that I don't know.
I hate broccoli.
You hate broccoli?
Yeah.
OK, we'll steer clear of the green questions. The rules are quite simple. You're going to be answering some questions related to Doctor Who. Every question you get right earns you 1 point. The person with the most points at the end of the game wins. It's that easy, OK?
But for a huge challenge like this, we need a question master of the highest calibre. Would you please welcome the mother of all mothers? It's Camille Coduri. Welcome to the show.
Hello, thank you. Good luck, children. Good luck.
Yes, good luck. Now, it's not just the Hooroo title that's up for grabs because you brought something quite personal to you in, haven't you, to give away?
Yes, I have. It is my very own personal. Episode 1 of the very first series, my own script.
It's in good nick as well, isn't it?
Winning.
It's really grubby, actually.
That's good. It's definitely been well used and it's got lots of notes on there as well, so it's very personal to you. That's what we want.
And no one else has got that one. It's mine.
And you're going to sign it as well for the winner.
Absolutely.
OK, now the first question is going to get asked by you very shortly. As soon as you ask your first question, the time will start. Cody, you're going to go first. Are you ready? Hamza, ready?
Yeah.
Apart from the broccoli questions, we'll leave those out.
OK.
You're ready. OK, then.
OK.
It's time to find out who is going to be the Hooroo.
In the episode with the werewolf, which country did the Doctor and Rose arrive in?
Scotland.
Correct. The smell of what drink wakes up the Doctor in the Christmas episode?
Tea.
Well done, correct. In Captain Jack's first episode, what London landmark do him and Rose dance next to?
Big Ben.
Correct. In the first episode of the new series, which Duke does the Doctor meet at the hospital?
Pass.
The Duke of Manhattan. What colour was Mickey's car in the first venture last year?
Yellow.
Correct. In the Christmas episode, which planet was Guinevere due to land on?
Pass.
Mars. In the episode where the Doctor and Rose go back to school, what human name does the Doctor have when he meets Sarah Jane?
John Smith.
Correct. What decade did the Doctor and Rose travel back to the last series when they ran into the Reapers? 1970s, 80s or 90s?
80s.
Correct. What colour clothing do the Kung Fu monks wear underneath their cloaks in the episode with Queen Victoria?
Red.
Correct. After witnessing the end of the world last year, what food does Rose treat the Doctor to?
Pass.
Chips. What did the Doctor use to defeat the Sycorax leader at the end of the Xmas episode?
You have about 6 seconds left.
Sword.
No, Satsuma. When the Doctor and Rose met Queen Victoria, how much did they bet on her saying we are not amused?
Your time's up, but you can answer that.
Pass.
10 quid.
I make that 5-2 to Cody, which means, Cody, well done. You are the new Huru. Congratulations.
You are the Huru this week. But, Hans, you don't go home empty-handed. You will receive a goodie bag full of Doctor Who
Well done,
stuff.
fella. And can we sign that for Cody and slide it over as well?
Absolutely. Well done.
Lovely stuff, well done.
Join us next time for more Huru.
Do you know what? We've had such a jam-packed day. I don't think we could fit any more jam into the show, could we, really?
Just one more spoonful.
A little spoonful of jam.
OK.
OK.
Sheila, back to you. How's the challenge gone? Have you done it?
Well, we've got some serious damage, don't you think? Look at these.
Oh, poor Toby. That looks like it's hurting. You OK there, son?
Mm.
You're acting, though, aren't you? You're just a very good actor. Looks very good, Francesca. Lovely work. Coco, how are you feeling?
I think
Ah.
take it off before you go home.
Toby, give her a cuddle. Make her feel better. Ah, brother and sister there having a lovely little cuddle on telly. It looks very nice. Have you enjoyed yourselves?
Yeah.
It all looks very nice. Well, thank you for coming in and showing us what you can do. Maybe a future career for these, like you never know.
Who
eh?
knows?
And Sheila, thank you for coming in as well. Now, before we go, there's one more thing we have to do, and that is take a look at the next episode of Doctor Who.
Yeah, for this one, I think you need to hide because the Cybermen are coming. Thank you very much to our guests, of course, the lovely Camille and Jessica.
And, of course, to Sheila and the Makeup Peas over there. Thank you very much. And we'll see you next time on Totally. Everyone say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. Another building bites the dust, and you can find out how when we go behind the scenes with Doctor Who model makers.
I take a trip to the mill where all the computer-generated Doctor Who effects are brought to life.
And Camille Coduri and Andrew Hayden-Smith join us on the Totally Sofas.